This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Don Brennan, along with John Scalzi. We're just introducing Jacqueline Matter to everyone. Yes. She's the newest member of our Good Morning Suncoast team. Welcome aboard.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
It's great to have you here.
And great weather as well.
You're glad to be here too, right?
Yeah.
That's right. Because you come from North
Carolina.
Pole.
The North Pole. Close enough at this
close,
point.
Yes, exactly. And the temperatures there are in the 20s, so you're very nice to be here.
I know. Anywhere but Florida has awful weather right now, I feel like. We're doing great.
You know, this whole week has been really rough. And a lot of people, you know, they have their spring break. Spring break.
You're jumping the gun on that one.
They wished.
Their winter break occurred last week, you know, and they were trying to enjoy some wonderful family time and trying to travel, and it was just a nightmare. Just a nightmare. And this week looks like it'll be a little bit calmer across most of the country, except there is another storm system that may bring us some showers and maybe a thunderstorm or two the day before Christmas over a large part of the United States. In the meantime, we enjoy some very quiet but kind of foggy weather across the Suncoast. Mild, humid out there and warm as well. We have the visibilities rather that have fallen below the 1 mile mark, and in some places below the quarter mile mark. Down around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor, Punta Gorda, going to experience that. Charlotte, going to experience that. We're looking at our area, still seeing some fairly decent visibilities. The good news is the winds are directed offshore, and that is certainly helping the situation just a little bit. A little bit of cloud cover around today means a mix of sun and clouds. Despite that, our temperatures will still be really warm, coming in the low 80s, running around 10 degrees above average, and we have a slight chance at an overnight sprinkle. We'll have the complete details for you coming up in just a few. Back to you guys.
Thank you, John. Taking a look at the Suncoast roadways, we don't have to worry about that snow and ice down here, that's for sure. And right now, everything's looking pretty good. Manatee County is moving along well. No issues or delays, about the same amount of volume as you would expect for 6:04 in the morning. Manatee County schools are in session this week until Friday. Friday, they begin their Christmas break. Sarasota County schools are off this week, so be aware of that, how that might affect your traffic patterns. But things are going well right now. No issues or delays. Getting where you want to go this morning. On top of our news, the Electoral College is set to make President-elect Donald Trump's win official.
Electors will gather in their home states to cast their ballots. ABC's Angelica Spanos has the details.
Ho, ho! Donald Trump has got to go!
In the nation's capital, protesters marched on the Mall. And in North Carolina, a vigil at the state capitol to encourage electors to block Donald Trump. Electors there, though, insist they are not changing their vote.
It really shows a lack of understanding of our democracy. It shows an honest lack and disrespect.
It would take at least 37 Republican electors to side with Hillary Clinton or another candidate for Trump to lose. The reality of this is slim. Some electors want more information before they vote. 80 of them asking for a briefing on Russia, but intelligence officials declined.
The entire nonsense about the electors trying to use the Russian hacking issue to change the election results is really unfortunate. I think that actually undermines our democracy.
The president-elect still refuses to accept U.S. intelligence, claiming Russian agents and President Vladimir Putin were involved in hacking the campaign. His team says it wants proof via a report from intelligence officials. And Trump took to Twitter to say, if my many supporters acted and threatened people like those who lost the election are doing, they would be scorned and called terrible names.
Meantime, on Capitol Hill, there's a push for a separate investigation into the Russian hacking. Critics of Trump say his refusal to say that Russia tried to interfere with the election is a sign that he doesn't believe that Moscow is a U.S. enemy. Angelica Spanos, ABC News, New York. Now, several electors from Florida will be in the Capitol today to cast their votes for president.
Yeah, some of those voting include Republican National Committee co-chair Sharon Day, Republican Party of Florida Chairman Blaise Ingoglia, and Trump's Florida campaign co-chairs Joe Gruters and Susie Wiles. The electors were chosen by the state GOP and approved by Governor Rick Scott, who supported Trump.
Meanwhile, back here on the Suncoast, one person is dead and another is behind bars in Bradenton following a fatal shooting over the weekend. Deputies say Roger Clinton and Terrence Gordon were arguing at a home on 33rd Avenue late Saturday night. Clinton left but returned a short time later.
That's when Gordon allegedly approached him with a shotgun and began firing, hitting the victim at least once. Clinton died at the scene and Gordon fled. Deputies tracked down Gordon yesterday afternoon and he was arrested without incident. He now faces charges for second-degree murder. An investigation is underway into what caused an accident that left a motorcyclist in critical condition. It happened early yesterday morning on Whitfield Avenue, just west of Lockwood Ridge Road. According to the Florida Highway Patrol, the biker failed to negotiate a turn, hit a guardrail, and was thrown from his motorcycle. He was taken to Sarasota Memorial Hospital, and alcohol was not a factor in the crash.
And the East Manatee Fire Rescue District will have a new leader beginning today. After 14 years, Fire Chief Byron Teets is retiring. Deputy Chief Lee Whitehurst will take his place. The district will dedicate its newest fire station on 60th Court Street East to Teets tonight at 5:30. Now, a new study shows the affordable housing crisis on the Suncoast is affecting more than half of local renters. In a national survey, the Sarasota-Bradenton area ranks 81st in affordability. Renters we talked to say it took them months to find a place that fit their budget.
We looked online for apartments here and they're like 9, 8, and that's not doable for a lot of people who are trying to start out.
A new study from apartmentlist.com finds more than 50% of renters in Sarasota-Bradenton were cost burdened in 2015. The study considers renters cost burdened when they pay more than 30% of their gross income on rent. Yes, it's not an easy thing. And more than 1,100 families in need are receiving some help this holiday thanks to the Tiny Hands Foundation and All Faiths Food Bank. It was all part of the 15th annual Holiday Basket Brigade. Now, families received full turkeys, fresh produce, and baskets filled with Christmas treats and toys.
Being a single mom, kids, I got a call from Big Brothers Big Sisters, would I like a basket? So I was like, okay, sure. It will help tremendously. It's a true blessing.
The event took place at the Boys and Girls Club of Sarasota.
Also in Sarasota County, a neighborhood workshop will be held today to go over current plans for the proposed Siesta Promenade at the corner of US 41 and Stickney Point Road.
Yes, it's definitely been a sticking point as residents are being asked to discuss what information they want the developer to add to their scope of work or if any other studies should be done on the project before it heads to county commissioners. Benderson is applying for a critical area plan designation on 24 acres for residential and commercial purposes. The meeting will be held tonight at 6:30 in the Pine Shores Presbyterian Church. That's on Crestwood Avenue in Sarasota.
And some good news for students in Sarasota County. According to the Florida Department of Education, graduation rates are on the rise within the district. During the 2015-2016 school year, 85% of seniors graduated. Now that's a 6% increase from the year before. It's also 4% higher than the state average, which sits at 81%. Now, every traditional public high school in the district saw a rate hike, with Venice High School seeing the highest increase, up 13%. Now, that rate is based on the number of students who start in school in 9th grade compared to the number who graduate within the same class 4 years later. However, GEDs are not included. Now, for the first time in Venice, skydivers are taking the leap at the Venice Municipal Airport.
4 skydivers took part in the first skydive this weekend as part of Skydive Venice. For some, it was their first time ever as well.
I was nervous, but as soon as I jumped out of the airplane, there was this silence and then the beautiful scenery that you could see.
It took 7 years to get commercial skydiving approved at the airport, but now it has been approved. Are you a skydiver?
I have not done it. I would give it a shot, though. I mean, I probably would talk a big game and then get up there and get really nervous, probably. But I'd probably somebody's got to just push me out.
Yeah,
just go for it.
Yeah, the good thing, at least for me, I've never done it, and I don't mind flying. I do mind jumping, but being with a professional, somebody you're strapped onto who knows what they're doing, I think I would feel better. And yes, then they would have to pull me with them,
just
kicking and screaming. Now, Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, they'll have a full live nativity with actors, camels, donkeys, goats, and other animals this week.
Yeah, the holiday spectacle runs from Thursday until Saturday. There'll also be a free holiday photo opportunity and a chance to view dozens of other exotic animals at the sanctuary.
It's very important, and people should learn and understand what it's like to give and appreciate the fact that we have something and they don't.
Now, live animal encounter shows are also scheduled throughout each day.
I was first made aware or first came in contact with the big cat habitat when a local wrestler, a high school wrestler, his family runs that, the Rozier family and whatnot, and Kaz, he was a wrestler and a state contending wrestler, and yet he tamed lions on the side. So it was a great story as an athlete of the week. And then I took my sons and they fell in love with it because you get real up close and personal with a lot of different animals, not just big cats.
Right. Well, my family obviously here in town visiting for the week.
Take them over.
Yeah, planning to go there. So maybe one day when it's not too great outside, we can go check it out.
It's always great here.
It's certainly great this week. I mean, no doubt about it. If you're looking for some warm weather, Florida is the place to be. It's going to be warmer probably than most other places anywhere in the nation. They're getting really blasted with cold weather while we enjoy record-breaking warmth. I know.
Isn't that sad?
Quick, done. Call the relatives at home and just mention
and then they'll
our
flood
temperatures.
here, and then they'll be overwhelming.
No, they're going to flood here anyway. Don't worry. We'll have the forecast for you in a minute.
All right, and still to come on your Suncoast News. With less than a week left until Christmas, you still have some shipping to do. We'll have some tips and warnings if you still need to head to that post office.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the blingiest of them all? You are, with Spectralite diamonds, all gorgeous and affordable. Only found at Creative Gems, where you always get big bling for little ching.
The all-new mysuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352. Alex Karras Lincoln's holiday sales event is here. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $269 per month, or a 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury. Winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Hey, I'm really glad that you're taking a few moments to check out this video about the ministry of First Sarasota, Downtown Baptist Church. I'm William Hill, lead pastor here at First Sarasota. For the last 15 years, it's been my privilege to share in the life of this faith community, a community that centers itself around faith, friends, and family. Indeed, it is a ministry that's been in existence right here in this wonderful city for over a century.
Sarasota, we're uncorking something special at Michael's Wine Cellar and Tasting Room. Shop in a relaxed atmosphere with our wine specialists. You'll find 1,000 international wines, 200 under $20. National brand and boutique liquors at competitive pricing. Handcrafted beers. Stop by Michael's Wine Cellar and Tasting Room today and let us show you something exceptional.
Don't hate me because I'm blingable. Get your bling on with affordable Spectralite diamonds exclusively at Creative Gems in Gold and Silver, where you always get big bling for little ching.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
So looking at some pretty decent weather out there. We do have some patchy fog in locations, mostly to our south around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor. 68-degree air temperature, Dew point 67. That gives us close to 100% relative humidity, 96%, and an east-northeast wind coming in at about 3. Very grateful for that easterly component to the wind today, that easterly component helping to push fog issues out into Gulf waters and away from shore. Across the peninsula, well, you obviously have some cooler temperatures back to the north. 38 degrees in Pensacola, 46 degrees in Panama City, and then you jump into the warm, muggy air. 72 in Gainesville, 71 in Orlando, 74 Tampa, 71 in Fort Myers. We have a frontal boundary basically stalled out in our north right now to the northern part of our state, and that's helping to produce a few scattered showers through the panhandle. But thus far, we are in this warm, muggy sector, giving us 64 degrees in Arcadia, Mayaca at 68, Parrish at 70, Bradenton 68, so Sarasota, Venice at 70, 66 Northport, 67 in Boca Grande. And right around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor, that's where your fog is beginning to form just a little bit. We are watching this stalled frontal boundary kind of meandering throughout the day today to the northern parts of the state, bringing showers along that line from Atlanta south into the Carolinas, down through the panhandle of the state, Tallahassee, Cape San Blas, Pensacola, Panama City, all seeing kind of nasty weather today. Dreary periods of rainfall, low clouds, you know, that kind of thing. But at least not the really frigid air that they're seeing in Atlanta, where the temperature is struggling to hit 0. So they may see anywhere from Atlanta on up through Washington, New York, may see some freezing rain today. They may see a little bit of that icy conditions on some of their roadways. Now, a little impulse will take that stalled front and push it south tonight. As it does so, we get a little bit of a chance of seeing some rainfall around here during the overnight. Patchy, light rain for the most part, sprinkles a possibility. When you wake up tomorrow morning, just be careful. Some of the roadways could be a little bit slick. But winds will be elevated tomorrow, so I doubt we'll have much of a fog problem tomorrow morning. Sun cloud mix, warm again today with near record-breaking temperatures, maybe even some 90s in South Florida. And just a few overnight showers. Those are the weather highlights that carry us through today. Cloud cover will be around, not exactly picture of perfect weather. You know, the clouds will probably linger for at least today and probably some of tomorrow, most of tomorrow, before clearing a little bit on Wednesday or so. The frontal boundary, again, producing some fairly heavy rainfall around the Tallahassee area. If you're traveling north or you got kids coming south, why, they will probably be driving through some rain showers during the morning hours. We don't have any of that around here. We are watching for quiet conditions today through the afternoon. Winds start to pick up tonight. A chance of a sprinkle or two. Kind of cloudy conditions again tomorrow, I think, as that front sinks down to our south. And it's probably not until Wednesday till we break out in some sunshine, wall-to-wall kind of sunshine, before the next front comes through on Friday. Look for a northeast wind at about 10 knots today, increasing 10 to 15 during the overnight. And the extended range forecast is warm, right straight into Christmas, when we'll have about an 81 for a daytime high. Back to you.
Thank you, John. Taking a look at roadways. Everything has looked good so far. Remember that Manatee County schools are in session this week until through Thursday. Friday, they start their Christmas vacation. You see things are picking up right there as you north or southbound on 301 crossing State Road 70. A bit of a more of a log jam than usual, but that's about the only hot spot. 75 and 41 looking good. And then Sarasota County schools are off. Sarasota County schools are off this week for their Christmas break, so their 2-week break starts today. So they are out, so be aware of that as you're driving around. But everything in Sarasota County. A little confusing
if you live in Sarasota, go to Manatee County schools, like you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. They're off. In Sarasota County, Manatee County schools have, so you can't vacation together, go skiing for the Christmas holiday.
Yep, beach it.
Now, if you're using Amazon for your holiday shipping, you may see some delays in your deliveries.
Yeah, Pilots Union says poor working conditions may cause packages to arrive late this year. Pilots for the Prime Air service using the company's review format to give a 1-star rating to their Pilots Union contract, writing, "At this rate, there may not be enough pilots to deliver for Amazon around the holidays." Now, Amazon is reassuring shoppers that there will be no disruptions throughout the busy holiday season.
Now, with under a week left until Christmas, today is expected to be one of the busiest days of the year at the post office. Tomorrow is the deadline for sending packages via first-class mail to get them in on time for Christmas. Christmas is Sunday. There are only a couple of days left for express and second-day options as well from other carriers like FedEx and UPS. For procrastinators, there's a high-tech solution in some cities. Postmates will pick up items from certain stores and deliver them for you on the same day. In areas with Amazon's Prime Now service, free 2-hour delivery is available on orders placed all the way up until 9:45 on Christmas Eve. That's amazing. Now, I learned a valuable lesson with UPS. Even if you say that you want the package delivered, you don't need the signature, if you're not home, even if you go online and sign that waiver that you're the one responsible, it's still up to the driver. If he doesn't feel it's a safe area or feel like he wants to leave it, yes. So even if you think you're going to get that, you better be sure that you might have to go out to UPS, pick it up yourself.
Right. Well, luckily there's a lot of shops here locally because I think I'm going to have to miss those deadlines of trying to get things shipped to me because I am a procrastinator on the Christmas.
Well, you just moved. You had to move.
I've had a lot going on.
Indeed. Now, some changes are on the way for the Magic Kingdom that may make family vacations a little more bearable for adults.
4 restaurants in the Magic Kingdom are now serving alcohol in addition to the Be Our Guest restaurant. Now, beer and wine will be served there, and Disney officials say the change was made because of requests from customers. Now, alcoholic beverages are already available at the Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom parks at Disney World.
I like how they say it's going to make it a little more bearable for adults. Yes.
Hey, you little kids running around, sometimes you might just need a glass of wine to calm down.
Indeed. I'm surprised. But Disney, you never know. Yeah. Still head on Good Morning Suncoast.
Caught on camera, a driver found swerving in and out of traffic on a Florida highway. We'll show you what's being blamed for his erratic driving next.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, ANDservices.com.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Flooring Depot has been serving Sarasota and Manatee counties for over 20 years with the best products and installation. Flooring Depot offers carpet, tile, hardwood, and more. Before you buy, give us a try. Stop by our showroom or visit us on the web at bestvaluecarpet.com.
A poodle butter dish. I'll use this. A chicken purse. It's so artsy. You're really good at giving gifts.
This holiday, give the perfect gift.
perfect.
Flowers, always the perfect gift. Beniva Flowers and Gifts, exceeding your expectations.
Welcome back. It's 6:27. A biker in Florida caught a dramatic scene on camera as a driver swerves on and off the road after he suffered a medical emergency.
Yeah, this is some of the most amazing video I've seen. ABC's Lindsay Davis has the details.
In this morning's GMA First Look, these are the harrowing moments caught on a Florida highway. A car careens out of control, coming dangerously close to catastrophe. What the? Watch as the driver, apparently having a medical episode, crashes through this street light and keeps going. What are you doing? Pull over! Despite blown out tires, the Cadillac picks up speed, crisscrossing the highway. Oh my God! Slamming into a guardrail. Paul, you need to stop! Before finally coming to a stop. Bro, you need to stop! Stop! The driver appears disoriented, but is somehow okay.
Let's get out the car, it's smoking.
Come on, we gotta get out of the car. The car's smoking. And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have more on this harrowing story. With your GMA First Look, I'm Lindsay Davis, ABC News, New York.
He's covering his mouth.
This week at PetSmart, save up to 50% on select pet holiday toys, apparel, collars, and more. And save up to 50% on our entire stock of Martha Stewart pets. Great gifts with last-minute savings at PetSmart.
Eucerin has been solving dry skin problems for over 100 years. Discover Eucerin Advanced Repair. It moisturizes dry, itchy, rough skin for immediate relief and proven 48-hour moisture. For healthier-looking skin, look for Eucerin, now in the red cap.
There's no one I'd rather hit the road with.
No one I'd rather have dinner and a movie with.
No one I'd rather lean on.
Being in love is an amazing thing. Being in love with your best friend is everything. The Ever Us 2-stone ring. 1 diamond for your best friend, 1 for your true love. For the one woman in your life who's both. Ever Us. Available at Kay, Jared, and Zales.
When caring for my wife alone became too much for me, I called my long-term care insurance company to get help from granny nannies. Now the most wonderful nurses help me with her care.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
The year is winding down, and that means big savings during the Big Finish event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Ram trucks are built tough to help you conquer whatever the day may throw your way with all the comfort you'd expect in a luxury vehicle. And right now, all 2016 quad cabs are over 20% off, with new Ram trucks starting at just $19,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
They took that stress and that tension when I was particularly feeling very bad after that nasty car accident, and it was such a relief to know that I didn't have to bear that burden alone, that I had help.
Our goal is to not just get a satisfactory settlement on their case. We want them up on their feet, happy again. They've gotten their life back.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Mom needed more care than we could provide, so we called Granny Nannies. She now has around-the-clock caregivers, and we have peace of mind. Thanks to them, she's where she belongs, at home.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, flight cancellations and messy commutes all over the country as Arctic blasts continue hitting the north. We'll take a look at the latest.
Plus, scary moments for an Uber driver approached by a robber in Miami-Dade County, how he responded to the threat.
An NFL player bringing people to tears, but in a good way. We'll tell you what he's doing to spread some holiday cheer to unsuspecting fans.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Don Brennan, along with John Scazzi, and the newest member of our Good Morning Suncoast team, Jacqueline Matter, who joins us today. And from henceforth, right?
Henceforth,
John would
that's
know
right.
better. He's the thespian.
Well,
right?
please. So good to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Welcome
I'm glad
to
be
Florida.
here.
Welcome to the Suncoast. I know coming from North Carolina, you're enjoying these warm temperatures.
I certainly am. Never imagined I would be in Florida by any means. So I'm from California, went to school at UNC Chapel Hill, and never thought I'd be working in Florida, but I love it here. The weather's beautiful. I enjoy being so close to the beach. So.
It is pretty nice. Yeah, you travel around a lot.
Right. Way too much.
An Army kid, right?
Yes, I have. Lived all over the place.
Where was the warmest place you ever lived?
Oh, gosh. California, I guess.
Yeah, California?
Yeah. I mean, North Carolina's got its humidity, of course,
Yeah.
which California has a lack of. So.
Well, we're going to beat the warmth.
I'm sure.
We're going to be #1 before we're done.
And humidity.
We work at that. We work at that here. We have had such warm temperatures. You know, November, the second warmest month on record last month. And this month, we're shaping up to be another warm one here. Even though much of the country is cold, we are enjoying warm, humid weather around our region. We do have expanding fog down to the south around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor, so watch for that, especially if you are driving southward today. The fog thicker the further south you go. We have a little bit of cloud cover around today as well, so after the fog burns off, which it should do early on, we'll be left with a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day today. We even have a chance at a sprinkle or two overnight tonight. I know a lot of people would like to see that. Daytime highs will top out warm, coming in the low 80s. A very warm start to what will end up being a pretty warm week, and we'll have details on that coming up in just a few. Back to you guys.
Thank you, John. Taking a look at Suncoast roadways at 6:35. Things are picking up. You see that, Manatee County. Manatee County does have school this week, so be aware of that. They begin their Christmas break on Friday. I don't know how that will affect your traffic patterns, but things are heating up there, especially on 301, both north and south as you cross State Road 70. That's really the only blip on the screen, and it's not an accident or any kind of delay, just more volume at this point. Otherwise, Sarasota County, too, is looking good. Sarasota County schools are off this week, beginning their Christmas break, so be aware of that as you head out the door. Topping our news this half hour, a brutal blast of cold air creating bone-chilling winds and sub-freezing temperatures across the country.
Yeah, the nasty weather wreaking havoc on highways, leading to several fatal accidents and pileups. Reed Binion reports.
Basically, you're flying in a big loop up in the air and just waiting to land.
Travelers in Houston among thousands across the country affected by flight cancellations and delays amid an Arctic blast that turned deadly this weekend. At least 15 people killed as a result of the storm. Cold temperatures resulting in freezing rain that coated highways across the nation. In New Mexico, a 40-vehicle wreck shutting down parts of the interstate amid icy conditions. In Baltimore, a 55-vehicle crash on Interstate 95, leaving at least 2 people dead and upwards of a dozen hospitalized after a fuel truck flipped over a median and burst into flames. Motorists stranded for hours. In nearby Virginia, another flipped tanker.
We had a fully loaded gasoline tanker, approximately 8,000 gallons, that overturned, and then another vehicle ran into the side of it because it couldn't stop.
That was just one of dozens of accidents in the area over the weekend, including a multi-vehicle crash that left one person dead in Fairfax County. Forecasters say more freezing rain is on the way Monday from Maine and as far south as Tennessee and North Carolina. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Back here in Florida, a man is dead after he reportedly tried to rob an Uber driver. Police say the Uber car was cut off by a gray Dodge Caravan in Miami-Dade County yesterday. A man with 2 guns then came out of that vehicle and tried to rob the Uber driver. The driver pulled a gun and shot the robber while a second person in the Dodge took off. Now, police are still looking for that vehicle. The Uber driver does have a gun permit, and police say he and a customer who was in his car during the incident were not injured. In Clearwater, police are searching for suspects accused of stealing a package from Hulk Hogan's front porch. 4 women were caught on surveillance video pulling into the driveway of the former pro wrestling champion's mansion. Now, 3 people rush up the steps, but after a few seconds, as you can see, they open the package, remove the contents, and then flee. Police say about $15 worth of beauty products were stolen. Saltwater fishermen will soon face new size limits on barracuda caught off 6 southern Florida counties. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission says the new limits will start on New Year's Day. Now, barracuda less than 15 inches must be thrown back, and only 1 barracuda longer than 36 inches can be harvested per day. The commission says the reason for this limit is that the number of barracuda off the Florida coast is decreasing.
Now, the Buccaneers showed they're not quite ready for prime time as the Dallas Cowboys had another win in the kettle and hosting the Bucs last night in prime time in Dallas in the first quarter after Jameis Winston fumble. He got nailed in the back and fumbled. It wasn't his fault. Ezekiel Elliott takes it in for the score, and then he donates himself into the Salvation Army kettle. There you go. What family wouldn't want Ezekiel Elliott for Christmas, right? Second quarter, Dallas back on the one. This time it's Dak Prescott on a design quarterback run. The Cowboys are up 17-3. The Bucs made a valiant comeback as you see Jameis Winston rolling out here, and he's going to hit Adam Humphries for the touchdown. Oh, nice catch, too. Nice catch by Adam Humphries. They got within 26-20. They had one last chance, but Jameis threw an interception late in the game, his 3rd of the game. Dallas now 12-2 on the year. And it seems Detroit Red Wings fans are also big fans of this young child. During Saturday's game against the Anaheim Ducks, young child shown on the Jumbotron. Fans throughout the arena were cheering, causing the child to laugh on the big screen. When the camera moved to a different section, fans then booed until the kid came back. Yes, he was brought back by popular demand. This pattern continued on for about a minute until play resumed on the ice. Everybody getting a big kick out of it. The Red Wings will be in Tampa to face the Lightning tomorrow. Supposedly that child will not be with the team when they come.
They should make him a part of the team just for some entertainment.
It may become the rallying cry for the Red Wings the rest of the year. You know, that kid will be, you know, the Marlins in 1996 had a kid called Muscle Boy. He was like this stick figure kid, about 5 or 6 years old, and he used to do poses on the big screen like Hulk Hogan.
Right.
And so he became a thing that had to do every game, and the place would go wild. Yeah.
Ritual. Got to.
All 12 fans who went to the games were cheering crazily.
Awesome. Well, even NFL players are getting in on the holiday spirit. Hundreds of residents in Indianapolis are staying warm with some help from Colts player Pat McAfee. He is paying utility bills for those who can't afford it in the city.
Yes, he's doing the Santa Claus for a lot of people, 115 customers, in fact. Pat McAfee just was down paying bills one by one, and one customer had a $400 bill. But when she checked with her electric company, they said she had a 0 balance. She says she was one of several people who broke down in tears when she heard the news.
Whoever you are, God bless you, and thank you ever so much for blessing us.
McAfee initially paid the bills anonymously, but his name later leaked out. Moore later said she had always been a Colts fan, but now she'll cheer even louder. And this is coming from Indianapolis, where Peyton Manning once called Mike Vanderjagt, their kicker, a idiot kicker.
Oh, man.
This was clearly not an idiot move by Pat McAfee.
So nice. Such a good thing to do at this time of year.
Then coming from a family at times, 7 kids, had trouble paying the electric bill. My mom doing everything she could to keep the lights on. That I'm sure is the greatest
I love stories
Christmas
like that. They just make you feel so much better, even, especially during the holiday season.
Indeed. especially during a deep freeze, which a lot of the country is in. We are going to enjoy warm weather. We'll have that forecast for you right after the break.
Sarasota Jungle Gardens invites your family to the Holiday Light Spectacular select nights in December. Come enjoy dazzling light displays, live entertainment, and pictures with Santa. Tickets and information available at the door or online at sarasotajunglegardens.com.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
Go ahead. Make a fashion statement. Demand something more than just ordinary. Capture elegance in every turn and drive with flair, where beautiful styling is standard. Stop in and take a test drive. I'll guarantee you'll never go back to plain vanilla again. The all-new 2017 Fiat 500, starting at $14,999. Only at Sunset Fiat in Sarasota.
Holiday scratch-offs are here, and oh, they make great surprises. Imagine the joy they will bring. With over $126 million in prizes, use them for a wreath or a place card for your feast. Attach them, scratch them, and let the magic happen. Holiday scratch-offs. The Florida Lottery has them. Just imagine.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Don't miss Sarasota Jungle Gardens Holiday Light Spectacular select nights in December. There's joyous music, roasting marshmallows, and festive family activities. Tickets and information available at the door or online at sarasotajunglegardens.com.
Merry Christmas.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Current air temperature outside coming in at a very mild 68 degrees with a dew point of 67. We have an east-northeast wind at 3. That east-northeast wind is kind of important because it's an offshore wind flow, so the sea fog that forms really isn't getting a good foothold on a lot of places. It's not as widespread as it might be, but we still have some fog around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor particularly. 70 degrees in Arcadia, Wauchula coming in at 69, 70 in Parrish, Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch, Longboat Key, Venice, 69 degrees in Inglewood, Northport, Sarasota, warmer, or cooler rather, coming in at 68 degrees. So across the region, you can see the effect of these winds. Most everywhere you look, you have a due northeast wind. Some places it's east-northeast, but generally speaking, it's pushing offshore, and all across our region, that offshore wind helping to reduce the amount of fog that we get. Now, around bodies of water like Charlotte Harbor, we are picking up a little bit of extra fog around there. So allow yourself some extra time, particularly if you're driving south. The further south you go, the higher the humidity, the more their chance of seeing a little bit of fog building. So we have a frontal boundary, and it is stalled out, stuck across North Florida. And what it's doing is helping to trigger off showers and occasionally even a little bit of freezing rain up around Roanoke, Virginia. They're seeing a little bit of freezing rain there, and a lot of the country under the deep freeze of this big Arctic high-pressure ridge sinking southward. Winter not coming until Wednesday, but still feeling frigid across a large section of the United States this morning. Now, we are getting some rain showers from Atlanta southward along this stalled frontal boundary, and that'll be the case through the morning hours into the afternoon. Tonight, a little impulse will drive this frontal boundary southward. and clear our area. As it sinks southward, it helps to trigger off a shower or two across the region. That occurring overnight tonight, particularly a light shower, a little patchy drizzle. Nothing really heavy, certainly no severe weather in the forecast, but maybe a little bit of rainfall to wet the roadway surfaces by tomorrow morning. So you could have some slick surfaces as you head off to work tomorrow. Now, despite the fact that this front moves through, we really aren't going to cool things off a whole lot. Sun cloud mix, warm again today, a few overnight showers. With that frontal passage, we'll also see an uptick in the wind speeds. Watch as this morning they come out of the northeast, but tomorrow they start to pick up fairly significantly, coming in at anywhere from 15 to 20 mile an hour gusts. Now, what that will do with that offshore flow is help to eliminate the fog problem tomorrow morning. So today is a kind of a one-off deal. The frontal boundary producing a lot of cloud cover around, and we will have this kind of mix of sun and clouds today. Showers will be most prevalent in the Florida Panhandle from about Cape San Blas up through Tallahassee, and then along I-10 into Jacksonville. There'll be some scattered showers around as well. Locally, everything very quiet in terms of radar echoes. Forecast calls for building seas tonight. Watch for that, boaters. But until then, a light chop on bay and inland waters for most of the day. Forecast for the extended range calls for warm temperatures despite a couple of frontal boundaries moving through. And that will produce a couple of rain chances this week. But the weekend looks dry, and Christmas looks to be like a warm one. Santa in shorts this weekend, folks.
All right, thank you, John. Taking a look at Suncoast roadways. Things are moving along, no issues or delays. You see the normal volume this time in the morning, 75. It's totally free and clear, and 301, just maybe a little blip on the screen as you head southbound on 301, crossing State Road 70 in Manatee County. 41 is looking good, no issues or delays. As you head down into Sarasota County, where the kids are off of school this week, Sarasota County schools are off, and traffic itself is moving along nicely. You won't have school zones this week, but you will have kids running around, so they won't be at school.
Keep an eye out for them.
Exactly. In health news, U.S. Senator says the federal government needs to figure out why e-cigarette devices and batteries are exploding and hurting users.
Yeah, the FDA identified over 60 explosions in 2015 and early 2016 related to the electronic smoking devices. Now, Senator Charles Schumer wants the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission and the U.S. Food and Drug Administration to figure out the problem. He says with any other product, serious action would have been taken by now. The FDA says it's reviewing the e-cigarettes. Now, one of Hollywood's most flamboyant celebrities has passed after years of health problems.
Yeah, it was a heart attack. 99 years old, Zsa Zsa Gabor has died. She was crowned Miss Hungary at the age of 15. She and her sister Eva became very famous in Hollywood, the most famous socialites living their lives in the public eye. Known for her larger-than-life personality, the former Miss Hungary began appearing in films in the 1950s, and everybody of my age remembers from Green Acres with Eddie Albert, and the original Moulin Rouge was considered to be, by many, to be her best work.
I see them as I want them to be, not as they really are.
In her later years, Zsa Zsa suffered a series of health problems. A car accident left her partially paralyzed, and at the age of 89, she had a stroke. But to her fans, she will always be remembered as glamorous, regal, and always a bit outrageous.
She was certainly very gorgeous. And a happy belated birthday to Steven Spielberg. Hollywood's one-time Wonder Boy is now 70 years old, and he's not stopping anytime soon. The director still has 4 new films in the works, and he's planning a reunion with Harrison Ford for a 5th Indiana Jones adventure, which is due in 2019.
Actually, today from North Carolina, my Uncle Supremo. It's his birthday today. Uncle Supremo.
Uncle Supremo.
He gave himself that nickname.
Oh,
no,
okay. I was like, that's an interesting name.
Yes, nice guy.
Well, happy birthday to him. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
Giving power to the people. We'll show you what this man in Ohio is doing to allow more people to see and enjoy Christmas displays. Coming up.
ABC 7 is the most watched, most trusted news source on the Suncoast, and we owe it all to you, our loyal viewers. Thank you for making us #1.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 1-800-565-7740. That's 1-800-565-7740.
This holiday season, give the greatest gifts of all, performance and peace of mind. Subaru was named the 2016 Best Overall Brand, Most Trusted and Best Performance Brand by Kelley Blue Book. And ALT has named Subaru its top mainstream brand for residual value for 2016. Now during the Subaru Share the Love event, you can lease a new Outback for just $229 a month or get 0% financing. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
Don't miss the 19th annual Thunder by the Bay Motorcycle Festival, January 5th through the 8th, to benefit Suncoast Charities for Children. This year's festival welcomes special guest Blue Oyster Cult to the premier sports campus at Lakewood Ranch on January 8th at 4 p.m. Admission is free. Festival events include a sporting clay tournament, kickoff party, welcome Thunder event, Cruise for Cash charity motorcycle ride, and a 2-day Rockin' and Ridin' at the Ranch festival featuring vendors, live music, a Taste of Thunder area, and more. VIP tickets are available. For tickets and info, visit thunderbythebay.org.
A poodle butter dish. I'll use this. A chicken purse. It's so artsy. You're really good at giving gifts.
This holiday, give the perfect gift.
Perfect.
Flowers, always the perfect gift. Beneva Flowers and Gifts, exceeding your expectations.
Last quick look at traffic. Everything's moving along for normal at this point in the morning, both in Manatee and Sarasota County. No accidents on your screen. John?
Well, it's looking pretty good for us today. We have a nice offshore wind, which is helping with the fog problem. It's not eliminating it completely, and there is some thicker fog around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor. So if you're going south, allow yourself a little extra time. Daytime highs today top out above average, coming in around 82 degrees, and the week ahead looks warm.
Thanks, John. If you don't have a Christmas display of your own, a man in Ohio is allowing you to use his. Yes, Tom Hammond has connected the Christmas lights on his home to a website. It allows anyone with internet access to take control of his display, and you can turn lights on or off in different sections of the display. Next year, Hammond says he wants to add music as well. I'm sure his neighbors are happy about that.
Interesting. That's one way to do it.
That is it. So people just from anywhere can actually control
Turn them on and off.
Yeah.
Apparently so.
In the middle of the night.
It's pretty crazy.
His electric bill is probably skyrocketed.
Can you even imagine? It's amazing, though, where we've come with the light displays.
Technology.
You know, now it's like you have to have degrees in computer and lighting to program the computer to run the lights of the house. It's cool.
We'll be back.